Good morning. Welcome to Mama Sue's Kitchen. I hope you're having a great day today. It's a beautiful day here. And I wanted to fix something that a sweet lady, Miss Grace Ellison from Bruton, Alabama, asked me would I make. It's an old recipe. And there's several ways that people make this. Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's tea cakes. And, some people put a few more ingredients than others. But this recipe doesn't have that many ingredients. And, back years ago, people made do with what they had. And most of the time they had butter, eggs, sugar, and flour, and vanilla. And that's what this recipe has. So, excuse me, I'm going to start out by adding 1 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. And to that, I'm going to put two eggs. And I'm just going to whisk that together. I have already melted 2 sticks of butter. Now, I know that a lot of cake recipes don't call for melted butter. You'd be putting it in with your sugar. But this one calls for 2 sticks of melted butter. Okay? Now, I'm going to pour this in with the butter and just mix it kind of slow because I don't want this butter to scramble the eggs. And I don't think it's that hot now, but you mix it slowly. Okay. Now I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. Might help if I turned it the right way. I did get my measuring spoons out here, but I don't know where they are. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. I put just a tad more, vanilla makes it good. All right. Now, I'm going to also use self-rising flour. If you use plain flour, you'll have to add your baking soda and salt and all to it. But I measured out 5 cups of white lily self-rising flour. And I'm going to use a fork. And I'm just going to mix it all together. Now this will get stiff. But with that melted butter, it's pretty easy to just mix by hand. Y'all, I still get messages about my Salt and Light shirts. This is a long sleeve tee, and what I like about these shirts is they're long. So I know a lot of ladies like them longer, so they kind of cover your bottom section. But they're on my website, MamaSue'sSouthernKitchen.com. And if you look up at the top, there's a section called Store. And you'll see the different shirts that are available. And some are even, now, we can get them in youth sizes. So you have to be careful what you're clicking on because the price varies according to the sizes. But I wear mine. I have so many different colors, and I wear them when I'm out, and people always comment. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mix it just a little bit. I don't want to mix it, a whole lot. I'm not going to need to. But just going to do this. Y'all, this dough, this batter already smells so good. I bet you so many of you had tea cakes that your grandmother made. And really, they're not hard to do. And what I'm going to do, let me show you. You could roll them in a ball and put them on the cookie sheet and just kind of flatten them a little bit. But I'm going to do some in shapes. I want to roll them out like cookies. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle just a little flour right here on my countertop. And I cleaned my counter before I started real good. But I'm just going to sprinkle enough where I'm going to roll it out. And then I don't want these to be any thinner than 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to put just a little, sprinkle a little bit on the top. But I don't want to put any more flour in it because it's the right consistency, really. Okay. Now I have my rolling pin, putting a little flour on it. And I'm just going to start rolling. And my daughter Amy gave me a new cookie cutter for Christmas. She tied it on my present, on the bow part of it, and I haven't used it, but I want to use it. Let me put a little flour up here because it's going to go on up here. And I'll show you what cookie cutter I'm going to use. These cookies are easy to make, and on tea cakes, the top of the cookies they don't have much color. They keep the same color. But what I did, my cookie sheet, I buttered because that butter is going to make them golden brown on the bottom. Okay, let me show you my cookie cutter. I don't know if you can see if it's backwards or what, but it's the state of Alabama. So, I just want to make sure I didn't press that quite enough. Uh-oh. We're going to do that one again. Let me get me a spatula. Now that ought to do it. Yeah. Okay. See there? And I'm going to do another one. Let's see if fix it where I'll get more this way. Gotta have that flour under so they won't stick. Okay. I know it's showing up backwards on yours, but it's a little thick right there. I'm going to pause and I'm going to go ahead and get these cut out because it takes a little while to cut them out. And then I'll be right back. Okay, I have cut 2 pans of the tea cakes in the shape of the state of Alabama. I have preheated my oven to 375 and I'm going to look at them at 8 minutes. I'll be back. Okay, 8 minutes was all these cookies needed because I want to show you. Let me see. You see how golden? That's the bottom. They're good and firm, but when you bite into them, they're soft. Y'all can't decide if I want to frost these or not. I don't think I am because tea cakes, like our grandmamas made, were not frosted. Of course, they weren't in the shape of Alabama either. But these are easy to do. It's an old-fashioned recipe. And Miss Grace Ann, I hope that you got this down because you asked me and you're so good to check on me and I wanted to make them for you. Y'all, I have so many new people that when we mention a recipe that's on a certain page, they'll say, do you have a cookbook? Yes, this is volume 1. And if you go to my website, mamasuesouthernkitchen.com, there's a tab that shows you how to order the cookbooks. I will tell you volume 2 will be here next month. It'll be toward the middle or end. But I'll let you know when it's here. We're not going to make it available to order until it's here. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you sharing my page because that's how I'm getting these new people that want to know about the cookbook. But my Salt and Light shirt is a reminder for you to be salt and light wherever you go. You know, I have necklaces in silver and brass that you'll be able to order through us now probably. But I'm wearing my cross necklace that a friend gave me for Valentine. My husband taught him and coached him, and he surprised me on Valentine's night with a cross necklace and a bear and some candy. God is so good. You know, I took my first of the preventative chemo on Thursday, and I will start radiation next week. And things aren't going exactly like I wanted them to go. I'm doing great, but I didn't want to have to take any more chemo, and I didn't want to take any radiation. But I do. You remember my shirt? But I do. Because I'm going to do everything in my power to fight this. And God's good no matter what. Be salt and light. Show others that you have a light that's different than they have because you have Jesus. I'll be back soon.